Hello, welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be working on this variegated dogwood, but before I work on that, anybody watched my video last night? Yesterday I did a video on my olive and I chopped it right back, and then I went to Lidl's, and in Lidl's I found this guy. They had olive trees in there for sale, and they were all probably as thin as my finger, and they were €13, which was very good, I thought. And then I did a quick look. I wasn't going to bother with any because they were just quite small, and I found this guy, and you can see it's got quite a good heavy trunk on it, short trunk. Top it's here, and it's quite chunky, so for €13 I couldn't leave it behind. I said, as much I don't need any more trees, I can't resist a bargain, so I got that. So we'll have to do a bit of work on that one day, do a bit of clean up on it, and when the weather gets hotter, a couple of weeks hopefully, we'll maybe repot it into some bonsai soil. So yeah, €13, you couldn't go wrong there. Okay, so this is my dogwood. It had a big branch here, and the main trunk was here. And as you can see, bring it forward a bit more. You see, I chopped it there, and I chopped off that big branch, and I've just grown this branch. Now, I may, to be honest, this year I was planning on maybe doing a repot. I don't know, changing the angle of it or something, but I was going to look into it, but I never got around to it. Possibly even do a bit of changing of the front or something, I don't know. But anyway, I missed that opportunity, so I'm going to. It's very, see all the growth is at the front. Back here is not a lot. So I've just moved it from one bench to another, and I've turned it so that the sun is hitting this side now. Yeah, so it was just something different. I started a couple of years ago, so it's got a nice kind of old trunk on it. So now I'm just going to reduce it back, because a lot of these long tall shoots shooting up and in through the canopy. So I just want to reduce them back a bit. So we'll have a look at that now. I'll put my glasses on for this one. Okay, so we'll start with this one. Anyway, this one is definitely needs to come out. Some of these I might just take off the pinch back the growing tip a bit, just to get them to ramify a bit more. I like to have lots of different varieties. I know it's not the best idea if you want to really learn about how to keep certain trees. You're best to keep to a couple of different species, and then you can really study and learn about them and the watering and all that kind of stuff. But I do like to have plenty of different trees, and if I see a new variety that I haven't got, or a tree that I haven't got, then I like to get it and see about making it into a bonsai. That one's coming out from underneath. I think that one will fall together. Yeah, and this was just one of them trees. I just thought we'd give it a go. I just don't want it because it tends to send up shoots like most trees right up through the top of the canopy, like this one here now, and they just burst out through the top of the canopy and get thicker and thicker, like this one. It's coming right back from in here and right up through the canopy. Take that one off altogether, I think. I haven't really done a lot of work to this tree, only cut it back and planted it in bonsai soil. Did a little bit of pruning on it last year, but other than that I've just been kind of letting it grow, get a bit of strength. I did guy wire this one branch down, it's coming from up here, because without this branch there was nothing on that side. You can see now, maybe if I repot the tree, change the angle or something, one day I might not need it, but for now that's my only branch that I can bring down on this side. But hopefully if we do a bit of pruning we might get some back shoots coming back there, and we can possibly get it so we can remove that one. I'll come up to the top there, I'll take that one out, and I'm basically just thinning it out a bit. Lots of back shoots back in the tree, which might help tighten it up a little bit if the sun can get to them. I just had to do a bit of an emergency repot on it's like a dwarf, I'm not too sure what country it's from, but it's a dwarf ash tree I got, and it wasn't growing at all, it was just sitting dormant. I'd cut it back and the trunk was just sitting dormant and doing nothing, and I don't know, I was just beginning to wonder why it's not shooting out or anything. So then I looked, when I pruned it back, I had a couple of cuttings, so I stuck a couple of cuttings into the same pot, and I pulled out one of the cuttings, had a look, and it had some roots on it, but it had also been attacked by some sort of insect in the soil. I never changed the soil when I got the tree, it was just in the same soil that I got it in, which I probably should have done, but it was the time of the year I got it. I decided just to chop it back and let it grow this year, but it wasn't growing. So when I looked at the cutting, the bark that had been on the root had been chewed off by some sort of insect. So the cutting was rooting, but there was lots of areas on the like, if it was, say, like this, there was lots of sections where the bark was missing on the root. Sorry, I can't even see it, but like bits, like it looked like it'd been chewed by something. So I decided to take the tree out of its pot, and sure enough, when I took it out, the main tree, a lot of the roots, the longer ones especially, were all like they'd been chewed off by something in the soil. The soil was very sandy and a bit rubbish soil, to be honest, so I decided I'd just do it. There'd be more chance of it recovering from a repot than to be left in that soil with whatever was in there was probably going to kill it. So fingers crossed it survives. Or at least the cuttings survive. I have a few cuttings off it which are still growing. There's only a small bit of root on a couple of them, but we'll see. Okay, with this guy, I don't want to go too drastic with it. There is a branch here which is kind of very straight. I could maybe take that one off, and you see there's lots of backbuds in here. I'm a bit reluctant to chop it back to them backbuds yet until I see them growing a bit. So I'm just pruning it back a small bit, just to let the light in, get the backbuds growing, and then maybe later on in the year we'll give it a more of a pruning and try and get it a bit tighter in. This branch is a bit funny. I'll take that one off. I'll take it back here actually. This one, again, I don't know what to do with this guy, whether to leave it or not, but I'm just leaving it kind of sticking up a bit, so if I do have to bring it down and make it as a bottom low branch, hopefully I can get something that will come when I plant it this way. Something will pop out somewhere. You can see they pop out from woods, pop out from the old wood, so maybe I'll get something to come out this side, and then maybe we can get rid of that one then. But I think that will do for now. There's a branch here just crossing over this one. I'll take that one back. Okay, so we'll just leave it at that. Just a small bit of pruning on that one. Again, I could wire that one down there. Let's just put a bit of guy wire on it just to hold it down there maybe. I'll do that. Let's get some tin on the main wire, and I'll just make a loop. I won't even tie it to the tree. I'll just make a little loop and then just bring it back to where we think we want it, maybe about there, and then I'll just loosely wrap that around the tree like that, so it's not biting in anywhere, and we'll just leave it like that for a little while and then take it off when need be. Okay, so that's looking good. We'll put that one back out on the bench. Needs a good watering by the looks of things. They all do. We'll have to go out and give everything a watering again. And hopefully our new olive we can do a bit of work on. Upcoming video, we'll have a look at it, see what we can do with that. We'll check out the root base. Okay, so as usual guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.